My name is LD, and I am the slowest Minecraft reviewer alive. When I was a child, I watched Minecraft YouTubers. A lot of them are cancelled now. Then, a decision led me to being a Minecraft YouTuber. To the outside world, I'm a regular guy, but secretly, I'm here reviewing FSang's Speedforce. And one day, I will make more diverse content and try not to sully the name of Minecraft YouTubers any more than it already has been. I am reviewing FSang18's Speedforce. Oh, hello there. It's me, LD, back again with part 16 of my series of reviews of FSang18's add-on, I believe. 16, a lot of parts. We're so deep in now that this is a remake of my review of FSang18's Speedforce. I made one before, and it's been so long since I made it that an update and rework of the power has been done. So I'm making a new review of it. I'm just gonna go over a few things. You know, I've been away for a bit, stuff like that. So I'll put a timestamp here of when we're back to the review stuff in case you want to skip this. So yes, I've been away. I've been, I took a break over the New Year's, Christmas period. I think I uploaded a video 2 or 3 weeks ago of my final part of A New Corpse. And I did a poll for that, and Speedforce came second place, the remake of my Speedforce review, so that's what I'm doing. And then after that, to all the people waiting for me to do a review of the new TARDIS mod, I will be doing that next. It's high on my list. I've been saying I'll do it for a while. I'm even gonna do a bit of a refresher on it, just so you can see that. But anyway, back to this mod stuff. So the mod, as well as the map I'm using, will be linked in the description, as well as the wiki for FSang18's add-on, just in case you need that, just in case I can't help you with anything, but do feel free to leave a comment, just to be safe. And I suppose we will go on to the review. So, see you there. Righty, so, first things first, what do I usually go about? How do you get the power? Well, you need to use this recipe here. You need 6 empty bottles, 2 dark matter, and 1 augmented human DNA sample, which I'm going to go over how to get now. So, to get an augmented human DNA sample, you need an empty syringe, which I forgot to bookmark. Well, I didn't, but I bookmarked something else accidentally. So, you need an empty syringe, which is 3 iron ingots, as well as 3 glass panes, and 1 iron nugget. Then you take that and you shift right-click with it with an empty offhand, sorry, to get the blood sample which you need to make the augmented human DNA sample. You get a vial of your blood. It says here human DNA sample. It will say, oh, username's blood sample. And then you smelt that in just a regular furnace to get in an augmented human DNA sample. Then a dark matter sample. How do you get dark matter sample? You need 1 kryptonite shard, 1 lapis lazuli, 1 IF ender, and 1 augmented human DNA sample. So you're going to need a few of these, just so you know. With this is another way of obtaining. You can obtain other powers through this as well. I will also put on screen how you find kryptonite. There's a meteorite you find. An image of it will be on screen now. Yeah, and then obviously you can take a kryptonite shard to a kryptonite block and right-click on that, and you can grow more kryptonite. Just so you know, that's just a top tip that isn't related to this. But yeah, so you take your dark matter sample. So with them, 6 bottles, 1 augmented human DNA sample, and you get assorted chemicals. So I have a few in here. You take your assorted chemicals, and you right-click with them, and you get the effect Speedforce Chemicals 2. You need to basically be struck by lightning. So you take a lightning rod. I recommend getting a lightning rod. Wait for a thunderstorm, then use your chemicals and then you just get struck by lightning, and it can give you any random variant of the Speedforce. So if I /summon lightning, I got the strength variant of the Speedforce, which gives you the advancement Infinite Momentum, Infinite Might. I am not going to do this first, though. I'm going to do it later. I also realised I forgot to reset my advancements. I will show you the advancements for all of the different Speedforce variants. I already have a few. Usually I reset them, but I didn't because like I said, a bit rusty. So, the first one I'm going to be going over is the Speedforce Avatar variant. So the Avatar variant of the Speedforce is just the Barry Allen variant, really. You're just Barry Allen. That's this is the Barry Allen one. With this, you get the advancement Run Barry Run, which I will show to you. I think it should be down here. No, it's up at the top. All the way up here. Yes, you get the advancement Run Barry Run. You also get an advancement for making the assorted chemicals. Definitely not FDA approved. But yeah. So, I've been granted the Avatar Speedforce. Now, every time you get a Speedforce variant, you get a randomized trail. There's your primary trail and your secondary trail. I think my primary will be the green and my secondary will be the brownish purple. I don't know what colour that would be specifically, sort of a citrusy colour. Now, in the current version, you can change the colour of your Speedforce just in this menu right here. You can just change it. It's with what they're called hex codes. They're called hex codes. You can change them with hex. Of course, you can do it like this. With hex, because I believe there's a command you can also use to change it. But yeah. So let's say I wanted my trail to be, I don't know, purple on the primary and just a red secondary. And there you go, purple and red. So, there's another way of changing your trail, which is from a previous version where you couldn't change your trail on your own. Like, there wasn't even a command to change your trail. You would have had to use these Speedforce tuning devices, the Speedforce tuning device, as well as Tachyon particle dust. This is outdated, and I don't know if it's going to be removed, but I figured I should show it to you. You know, just so you can use these if they're still in the version you're playing on. They might not be because they are old. They don't really have their use anymore. But you can get specific colours from them if you really want to be, like, you know, specific on the colours. So you can craft them with assorted chemicals and whatever dye you're using for any of these. Some of these, they say they're only for the negative Speedforce, but because everything's been changed, you can also use them on the positive Speedforce. Like if I just use the red, this says in the description of it that it is exclusive to negative Speedsters, but I can use it as a positive Speedster and get a red trail just fine. So yeah. But yeah, again, that might be changed or removed. Just keep that in mind. So, what benefits do you get from just being a Speedster without changing too much of anything? Well, you get an enhanced mining speed, so that's nice. You also can walk quicker even when you're not at max speed. And, get this. You can run. Wow, if I increase this, you just hold down the ability 1 key and increase your speed. And I'm not even running here. This is just the walking speed. You get an animation, but yeah, and then now I'm running. Or, you know, holding control. But yeah. Right, so the other thing I should show... Well, I'll show you a few things related to this, but one of the things I'm going to show you is to do with your strength. So, starting out with strength, you just do... Well, okay... You do 1 damage, but when you increase your speed, you can do more damage. At 50 speed, I do 3.5, and then presumably at max, I'll do 6. 6 damage, yes. You also have 2 strength upgrades. The first one, I should do 7, and the final, 8. Although I believe that increases your base damage, so your base damage will be 3 now, when you don't have your speed activated. Yep, 3 damage. Then, of course, we have... What I will show you as well, you can toggle off your Speedforce by shifting and pressing the R key. But when it's activated, you can hold down your shift key, you will play this animation and you will get to 100 speed, or you can charge up to any level of speed. and then you can set off, and you leave I believe a sonic boom behind you. Yeah, so that's one way to increase your speed quickly instead of sitting and, you know, scrolling with the scroll wheel whilst holding the button. You can just do that instead to speed up your speed quickly. So then we have the enhanced speed level. You can increase the speed of your speed. You know, when running it, you go just faster. When running at 25%, you're faster than you normally are at 25%. When increasing it again, you're faster at 50% than you were previously. So, you know, if you were looking at how I was running before and thinking, oh, I thought it'd be a bit faster than that, don't worry, it is. Also, keep a lot of food on you because your hunger bar will disappear very quickly with this. Yeah, enhanced running speed. Ooh, yeah. Very fast. Yeah, and then the final one costs 60. They're very expensive, but you know, like, look at this. If you didn't have a decent computer, I'm pretty sure this might, you know, break your computer. It might definitely melt through a laptop. But yeah. Of course, then we have increased stats. You can increase your health. The max you can increase your health to with the avatar variant is 44. You can increase your durability to 3. Your healing can also be increased. Speedsters have an incredibly good healing factor. But yeah. Then we have... Also, I believe that damage stacks with weapons. So if I give myself a sword... yes. Sword... Yeah. 15 damage. Because, yeah, only it does 8 attack damage. So, yeah. You're quite strong. Quite strong. You know. I believe all Speedforce variants can use secondaries, unless I'm misremembering, but I will be testing that. Because I believe there's one variant where I thought, will that be able to use it? So I'm going to check there for you in this video. But yes, so, at first your only ability is increasing your speed. But then you can upgrade. High speed punches. Right, so it's a bit hard to control. Come on. Okay, that's... Okay, come on. Okay, I think I've... Yeah, that should do. High speed punches. They do 14 damage a hit. Does that scale with this? Yes, it does. So they do 14 damage a hit, and that scales with your speed. 14 damage. It's also just a nice animation. You know. FSang's hitting out of the ballpark with this. You can get speed rotation, which yes, allows you to knock targets back or slow your descent. I believe it can also put out fires, unless I misremember. Oh, and speedsters have a jump that admittedly is just a bit buggy. Like, it works, but it can be very, very buggy in how it works. Now, I'm going to deactivate my speed, because you can use high speed punches when not having speed active. And they do 9 damage. So where was that? There was a villager I just saw a second ago. Where'd he go? Oh, good sir, good sir. Would you like to be... Oh, I didn't realise it would do damage. Sorry. But yeah. Let's go into the sky. Oh, damn it. Okay. Let's go a bit further into the sky and make sure I've got the right keys pressed. Oh no, oh dear, I'm falling, oh no. And it did help my descent. So, you know, that works. And I'm also going to test it with fire. Let's get a flint and steel. Flint and steel. Yes, it can put out fire. Good. Okay. Next we have water running. By running at 30% of your natural speed, you can run on water. Yeah. There you go. Let's go. Okay. Then that can be increased to only happen at 20, and then at 10 instead. Boom. Then we have wall running. By running at 25% of your speed, you can run up walls. If you look down while facing a fall, you can fun back down. That's a text bug that I forgot about. Okay. Right. So, ooh, there's no animation for the. We working? You. It's, it's not working. Maybe if I toggle it on and off. Yeah, I can't get it to work. Isn't that is it because I'm in this one? It's because I was in that one. Okay, yeah. It's because I was using so note to self, you can't use this what's it called? Is it overhauled third person? I can't remember. Shoulder surfing, that's what it's called. You can't use shoulder surfing with the wall run. Good to know. Yeah, that can be increased to by running at least 50% in speed. You can run up pools, and if looking down. Oh, I thought it would. Does it mean you can run faster? I assume it means you can run faster. Yep. Okay, yeah, it just increases the speed. Good to know. So you could increase your speed by going for. Well, actually, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But yeah. And then we have vibrational phasing. When moving at least 20% of your speed, vibrate your molecules fast enough to phase through objects for up to 10 seconds. Then it can be increased to 20 seconds, then it can be decreased to you only have to be at 10%, and then it can be increased to 30 seconds. Oh, you have to be holding it though. Whoa. Yeah, there you go. It looks cool. And, okay, this is a bit cheaty. I'm going to be honest. But if you hold down the key and open your inventory, you can just have it active while you run. Which is a bit cheaty, but, you know, is what it is. I wouldn't use it, but you can. But you get weakness when that's active, so you can't do damage. Oh, God. Oh, jump. There you go. But, yeah. Then we have Throw Lightning, level 1. This also changes the color of your Speedforce, as well as the little speed wheel. Throw Lightning at 20% of your speed. Throw Lightning. I didn't see how much damage it did. Right, how much damage do you do? 12 damage, and it gives the shock effect. That's nice. Throw Lightning at 10%, and then you were able to throw Lightning when you're not even running, you know. Assuming it still does 12 damage. And then Speedforce Dimensional Travel. Move fast enough to enter the Speedforce dimension to begin absorbing energy. Must be running and at a speed level of 100% or higher to enter. And must be staying running to remain there. We'll go over that last bit in a bit. It's the last thing I'm going to be going over. Just so you know. But we will be coming back to that last bit that was there, as well as this up here. So let's take out Speedforce Avatar. Okay, well there you go. This is that we're going over later. To be fair, you can probably guess what it is based off the suit I've put here. But up next we have the Speedforce Speed variant. So, Speedster Speed. The advancement you get with the Speedster Speed variant is Speed Incarnate. Be granted the Speed variant of the positive Speedforce. What lightning did they give me? Oh, that's alright. That's not right lightning. I like a bit of red. Well, actually, I'll have the primary. Okay, well, I guess not. I will have the primary be a sort of like a deep bluey colour, I guess. Yeah, that'll do. There you go. So the Speedforce Speed variant is the fastest variant of the Speedforce in the add-on. Yeah, this is the fastest one. There is nothing faster than it. If I scroll this up, yeah. See, even this, I can notice, even though I haven't unlocked any upgrades for this, I can already notice that it is faster than the other variant without any upgrades. So obviously the speed can be enhanced. Boom. Can be enhanced again. Bam. Even Again. Bam. Oh, I forget how fast it is. And one more time. And I wasn't even running for that. This is walking speed. This is running speed. I just ran so fast. I outbeat the game's rendering. I haven't preloaded any of this, so yeah, it makes sense really. Okay. But yeah, so that is the Speedforce speed variant, max speed. Goodness me. Then strength as well. Your base strength is, I think, does that? No, that's been. Your base strength is 1 at max with the, well, at 50-ish% is 2.4, and at max is 3.5. This has been so nerfed. I used to be able to do like 44 damage a hit with this. It's been so nerfed. Then you can increase your base strength to 5.5. Used to be so strong, Speedforce speed. What happened to you? You can increase your health up to, assume 44 again, 44. Increased healing as well, which is very fast, and then increased durability to 3. Same base stats for a lot of them. Some will have stronger stats, like the strength variant, I'm pretty sure will. High speed punches. This 11.5 damage. So not too bad. Not, you know, used to be so strong. High speed arm rotation. We're not. Yeah, no, we are. Okay. Yeah, it's the well, it's the same thing. It's the same, yeah, base concept. But yeah, water running. You can run by running at 1% of your speed on the water. Wall running. Level 1. Yeah, this is the exact same. And then vibrational phasing. Level 3. 10% speed. But you also become invisible for 5 seconds. If I hold this down. There you go. Invis. And then the final upgrade. After vibration molecules fast enough for 3 seconds, you become completely invisible to the naked eye. But it's the exact same. Still 30 seconds. I mean, obviously it's true invis, I think, as well. So it's nice. True invis. You still have your trail though. So obviously, I don't think you can. Yeah, you can't phase. You have to be at least 10%. So you're still going to give yourself away with the. I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer, but it's been really nerfed. Like when I used it, this used to be my main Speedforce variant because it was so strong, but it's so weak now. Like, you know, and when you move so fast, it sort of breaks the game a bit. Like you get extreme speed punch when moving at 15% of your speed. Be able to. It's just a long distance. Like if I bam. Just hit the dummy, and then it teleported me. But even then, it doesn't. You can't hit some. You can't like be teleported back. It teleports you a certain distance away. But yeah, it does 3 damage. Like it's got almost a decent cooldown. But and also this is good though. The wide area blitz. Move quickly from target to target, hitting them and dealing damage. But yeah, what did it say? Oh, the amount of damage you do can be increased by unlocking more in the combat tree, which we've already maxed out. So we do 3 damage a hit. But yeah, so 4 damage a hit on that. Oh, it hits every entity. So if there's like a painting, basically, if your base has a lot of entities in it, or like you use entities, I think you can use entities in redstone. I wouldn't use this in like you could break some redstone mechanisms with this if you had some that relied on entities existing. Also, if you have like a farm, you'd use it. So that was the Speedforce speed variant. That was the Speedforce speed variant. Then, of course, we have the Speedforce Strength variant. I put Jay Garrick's suit here. It doesn't fit, but I couldn't think of who else to put. Like, I couldn't think of any others to put for the Strength variant of this. I figured he's strong-willed. Seems fitting. But yeah, the Speedforce Strength variant is just the strongest variant of the Speedforce. It's the slowest one, but it's the strongest. Which, even if you're slow with the Speedforce, you're still fast. You're still one of the fastest beings alive. But yeah, so base damage is 1. That can be increased to 2. Then to 4. Then to... No. Then to 6. And then to 8. And guess what? That still increases with your speed. 18 damage. You increased health. You have the least amount of health and the worst healing with this. But you have a lot of durability. Well, you have 6 durability, which is double the amount every other speedster gets. Again, speed as well, but this is still fast. This is still quite decently fast. And then we have high speed punches. Attack scale, it scales via output as well, attack output, so I do 18 damage. And then my speed punches do 24 damage. Although they don't last very long, that is one thing. Water running, you have to be running at 30% of your speed at max of this leveled out to be able to run. Wall running, slower as well. Vibrational phasing, 10 seconds. 10 seconds, and now when you are when you're phasing and you... Now what damage is it doing? 1 damage. But then again, you can't be damaged when you're using the strength, when you're vibrating. You can't take damage. Noise warning. Sorry about that. Okay. So then we have the lightning blade. Solidify the lightning into a living blade in your hand. You must have an empty main hand to use this. Bam. 25. 25 damage a hit. And I think you can use secondaries with this. So, you can increase the damage. Increase the damage. This is 28 damage. And then you can increase it once more. And it does shock damage as well. So, I'm just going to say this now, whilst this has come up, because it's related to what... I'm going to be also, at some point, remaking my Arachnids review, because next update, a lot of stuff is coming to Arachnids, as well as, a lot of stuff is coming to the Iron Man suits, which is why I took a break from the FSang reviews in the first place. But I'm saying that because Miles now has a lightning sword, and has a very strong, use case for strength-based abilities. He's very useful now. But yeah, so supersonic punch. Channel your kinetic energy into a supersonic punch. Must be running at a speed of 30% or higher. Bam. How much damage? 50 damage. I did 50 damage there. It's got a decent cooldown, but you can make it so you have to be at 15, then you can make it so you only have to be at 5. So yeah, 50 damage a hit. I wanted strength, so I got it. Oh, you can use the lightning sword when you're at, and it still does 18 damage. How much did the speed punches at 14? Maybe this is the strat, I mean, it's not that bad. Sure, the health is significantly less, but it's still, I think it's still better than a lot of B tier powers. The durability is nice. The healing factor isn't even too bad. Maybe this is the one to go for. I'll show you something in a minute, and you might not be thinking that, but So, what do we have there? Oh, Tachyon speedsters. Again, I put Godspeed here because I didn't know who would fit very well. But yeah, we have the Tachyon DNA. When you use this, I swear you're supposed to get an advancement, but I haven't even put this in. No, you don't. Now, the obtainment for this power has changed. Originally, you would use this, a Tachyon reactor. If holding, when struck by lightning, become a Tachyon enhanced Speedster. But that's been changed, and now you obtain the Tachyon Speedster the same way you obtain any other Speedster, by using assorted chemicals and then getting struck by lightning. This does have its uses though, which will become relevant later, maybe with these two items. But yeah, so, right, let's activate this. Also, this also has its own customizable thing on that. Okay, what lightning did I get? Ooh, pink and blue. Nice. So, let's go over strength first. Base damage is 1, like all the others. That can be increased to 3, like all the others. And your max damage is 8. 8 damage, which I think is more than the Avatar Speedster. Enhanced speed. This is, I think this is the second fastest variant. Yeah, I think it is. I know that FSang himself has stated that speed is the strongest Speedforce variant. So it's fastest, sorry, not strongest. Fastest is what I meant to say. So I think this will be the second fastest by that definition, because I used to think it was the fastest. But yeah, this has slightly less health, slightly less healing, but it has more durability, 7 durability. This is stronger durability than the strength variant. High speed punches. They're pretty so these do 14 damage a hit. High speed arm rotation. I think this also has the charge up. Water running. Trying to be able to run at 10%. Wall running, exact same. Lightning shield. When moving at 20%, at least 20% of your speed, create a shield of raw Tachyon energy, protecting yourself from incoming damage and pushing enemies away. Bam. This takes after your primary colour, which I presume is why it's... Or is that my secondary? What's my primary and secondary? Yeah, primary is blue. Yeah, so it takes after your primary colour. With this, can you move whilst it's active? I'm holding it and... Oh. Yeah. Most of these shields you usually can't move whilst you have the shield active. But I guess this is a rare case where you can. So that's nice. Throw lightning. Throw lightning just regularly. And Tachyon infused armor. Infuse your very being with Tachyon to protect yourself for a limited time. Bam. This takes after your primary colour as well. But a fun little neat thing about this that I feel like you should... Can I talk about this? No, yeah. Is you can stack this with armor. So if I put on... Well, let's just say I put on the flash suit because I'm already... It's based off the flash suit design. I've got 37 armor. You can use this with fully enchanted netherite. So, you know, that's very useful. This is a good variant as well. This is a decent variant. All of them are decent. It's just some I think could be better than others. So that was the Tachyon variant. I don't think there's anything else to go over with this one. Then we just have the negative, I believe, the negative speedsters. Then just the Tachyon device, and then the last thing I'll be doing is going over what I mentioned at the start. So that was the Tachyon DNA. Next we have, can you guess who it is? Can you guess who it is based off this suit? Why, it's the negative speedster avatar. Yeah, Earbard Fawn. So, oh, your eyes. With the negative speedster, your eyes, I believe when you have your speed active and scrolled up, yeah, they go the colour of your secondary colour, I believe, or your primary. Is this my primary or is this my secondary? My primary, yeah. Well, let's go, you know, proper negative speedster. Let's go red, and then red again, but a slightly darker shade. You know, that shade. Yeah, negative speedster. I'm going to mute the microphone for a second. Okay, I just had a lot of noise go past. So, enhanced speed. Your speed can be increased. This is the exact same as every other variant, only negative. You know, speed can be, yeah, ooh, decently fast. Let's have this. So then you have the strength. Base strength is 1 damage, but that can be increased. Well, at max speed it is 6. You can increase your damage by 1, then by 1 again, and then by 1 again. Negative speedsters do have a slightly increased strength bonus, increased health as well. Your stats are slightly worse, but you know, you're connected to the negative speed force, so you know at the end of the day, get what you get, and you don't get upset. Vibrate hand, vibrating your main hand to deal damage to anything you touch with it. This does 18 damage. And then lasting vibrational effects. Unlocking this will apply Wither to any target you hit with your vibration. Okay. And then, come on. Do I have to actually okay, you have to get close enough, I think. Yeah, but that's doing Wither now. So you have to get close enough for that. Water running, same as every other variant. Wall running, same as every other variant. And then vibrational phasing is, yes, same as every other variant. Throw lightning, same as any other variant. And then cataclysmic grave shift. When moving at 50% or faster, place your hands down to the ground while vibrating so violently you disrupt the earth around you, causing everyone within a 10 block radius around you to phase through the ground momentarily. So if I... Okay, please don't break my dummies. Bam. There you go. So, you know, that's nice. That's, you know, that's a nice little, you know, thing. With 10 block, I mean, it's quite alright. It's quite alright. They could be useful in a PvP situation if you want to throw off whoever you're going up against. But, yeah. So that's everything with the regular version of the negative speedster. I noticed my healing factor isn't really kicking in very well. But yeah, so that was the negative speedster avatar. Next, we have the negative speedster Leech variant, which is you get the advancement the monster behind the speed. And well, actually, was there an advancement for the main negative speedster? No, but I think there should have been. I don't know why there wasn't. But yeah, so negative speed force. Oh, that happens when you take out your speed whilst it's active. You get the running animation doesn't go away. I forgot about that. Okay, I'll go over that in a sec anyway. I'll probably jog my memory. But yeah, you can increase your speed. Slightly less of an increase. Your base damage is 1. At max with your max speed is 6. You can then increase your damage to 9 again, presumably. Then you can increase your health all the way up to 40. Healing factor, enhanced durability. I have tick speed set to 0. I was wondering why this was happening. Give me a sec. Game rule, random tick speed, like 7. Will that fix it? Or is what's the normal one? Is it 10? I can't remember. Let's put it on 10. But yeah. Vibrate hand. So, yeah. There's 15 damage. Water running. Exact same. Wall running. Exact same. These all say fun back down. I think this, you know, don't ask me how I can guess, but I think this text might have been copy pasted. Vibrational phasing is slower, doesn't last as long, but you can do damage to anything you come into contact with, like the strength variant. Then channel lightning throw, and steal/give speed. Steal the speed of the target you are looking at within 2 blocks of you. Crouching can give speed to other players for 5 minutes at the cost of 3 of your speed points. So, I think this only works on... No, it doesn't. Okay. I thought this would only work... Can I just spam this? I can just spam this. I think that might just be because these are dummies. I don't think that actually works with... Yeah. I would like to give you speed. I would like to... Right, okay, never mind. Oh no, that boy, yeah. But so steal / give speed. That seems very useful. That is very useful. It's nice. It's nice. Admittedly I don't use this one incredibly often. But you know, basically I don't play multiplayer usually, and when I do, I don't usually get this variant of the Speedforce. But yeah, it's nice. It's an alright variant. Oh, channel lightning. I miss. You can. It's a lightning beam. It's a lightning beam. Sorry. You can just beam lightning. It does 8 damage a hit and gives the shock effect. I don't know what I read that as throw lightning, even though I said channel lightning. Anyway, channel lightning. I'm not going to use this variant for this. But what do we have next? What's up next? I think the perfect speed variant to use this for is strength. So, what do we have here? Oh, what's this? A Tachyon device. How do you make a Tachyon device? You need 4 of those Tachyon reactors. A Tachyon reactor is 2 nth metal, which you find a meteorite for, which I'll put on screen now. 1 arc reactor core, which is 1 redstone flux crystal, which I'll put another image on screen of now, which you find around redstone. Oh, 2 gold ingots, 2 iron ingots, 2 iron circuits, and a lead circuit. The recipe for circuits are basic. They're all like this, except whatever variant you're trying to make, you put 2 of the in the middle. We make a diamond variant, 2 diamond variants. You make an iron, 2 iron here instead. It's simple recipe. But yeah, so that's how you get an arc reactor core, and then you get 2 iron circuits, 2 diamond, and 2 nth. Nth, obviously, you find like I said, you find a meteorite, which I'll put an image of on screen of. I already have. And then you just smelt it, and you just get nth. And that's you make Tachyon reactors. Now, you need 4 of these, which is quite expensive. Very expensive. But, and 4 iron blocks. But then you get a prototype Tachyon device, which if I put on here, I can't use because it hasn't been charged. I've set up a little charging station though, and where's my... I had a solar panel here. Solar panel. Okay, no, so it's like, I'm confused. I'm not going to question it, because I didn't make a backup of this, and I'm a little bit uncomfortable. But we make do. So yes, I'd charge this up, be at max. Prototype Tachyon device. There you go. Alright, so I put this on. You can use this if you're a speedster or not. You do not need to be a speedster to use this. Whilst it's active, it does drain its energy. But yeah, it just increases your speed. The max level is 10. And you can just use this, even if you're not a speedster. You can, use this, and it gives you a little Tachyon trail. And if you're a speedster, it goes alongside your other trail. So, you want to triple up on trails, you can. But yeah, you just... very fast, which is why I used the strength variant to show this off, because, I didn't want to use the speed variant, to be honest. I just didn't want to use the speed, because, that would have been too much, even for me. So, there you go. That is the prototype variant, and then you can craft the prototype into a proper one, into an advanced Tachyon device with with 2 titanium ingots. You find titanium in some meteorites. I'll put an image of maybe 1 or 2 on screen. Well, you find them in... You know what? You just find them with meteorites sometimes. I might put an image of 1 on screen. I might not, because it's a bit, it's a bit hectic. Maybe I'll put an image on screen of what the ore looks like. So I'll do that now. Okay. And then a titanium... a netherite circuit. You need 2 titanium circuits and 1 netherite circuit, which is 2 netherite ingots, which you then make into your advanced Tachyon device. Now, the advanced Tachyon device is interesting in that only speedsters can use the advanced variant. It's for speedsters specifically. When you put it on, you get this little thing on your chest. So have I charged this up? Oh. Oh, it was charging the prototype Tachyon device. Yeah. Charge this up. Let it get to the 50k RF. But yeah, it's on your chest, as you can see. Do I need to let's get to the max? I don't really need to let it get to max. Activate this. And it's just a Tachyon device that's specifically made for speedsters. I think it makes you even faster. Or it might not be that. It might be this advanced variant can be hidden under clothing. Oh, I'm the Flash. The Flash. It was me, Barry. I'm the one who stole your Tachyon device. Yeah, you can decrease this by shifting and pressing the key. But yeah, it just increases your speed, really. All it really does. It's nice. But that's all it really does. Now we're going to go back to one final thing before I close out this video. So, earlier, as you may remember, I mentioned something with the Avatar variant of the Speedforce. I said, I'll come back to that later in relation to this. And this final upgrade as well as this, Speedforce Dimensional Travel. Now, you can enter the dimension at 100% speed or higher. Higher, presumably referring to at 100% speed, or you can, or these upgrades sort of also increase your speed. But running in the dimension for 5 minutes continually will earn you 1 Speedforce token. I'm going to do this once, and I'm going to speed it up, and then I'm just going to use commands. So, right, let's, do I want to wear a suit? Just get looks alright. Which one should I wear? I'll wear this one. Just because, obviously I'm also going to set my, trail specifically. So like what did I start? I started the video with, I think, a red and a purple. Let's do a red and a purple again. Red and secondary purple. How do I get a... Right, red and blue. Yeah. Right, so let's... There you go. Right. Running. Bam. And I've entered the Speedforce. I can't... I slowed down for too long. You need to be at a certain speed level to stay in the Speedforce, is what I was going to say. But I didn't get the chance. So, right, I'm going to speed this up. And then I'm just going to run till I get a token. And you'll see that. So, speed up now. Righty, I am just going to do it with commands because I can't sit there for 5 minutes. My attention span won't cope. So we're just gonna use commands. Slash scoreboard players set me FSang dot. I can't do it with commands. Okay, I am just gonna give myself the syringe. What you would have to do is run for like an hour in there. I would just get like, I don't know, an auto clicker and just have it be, or just get, like have something that constantly has the W key held. But I'm just gonna use this here because I can't be bothered. Okay. The God of Speed variant. Yeah, I'm glowing. Yeah, so the God of Speed variant is an upgrade to the Avatar variant, but it also has replaced an already existing variant. You have the same stats that you did with the regular variant, but it also is an upgrade. I mean, it's like if you watch my Gave Up's Hero Pack review, you know that in that, with immortality, you can get immortality, but then after I think 50 Minecraft days, if you die for 50 Minecraft days, you have enough tokens to be able to upgrade the power, which locks the power off and gives you a new power, but you still keep the stats and healing and durability from the previous power. Sort of like that, which you wouldn't get if you haven't seen that video. But yeah, I'm showing it off anyway in this with the Speedforce. So you can increase your speed even more. I think this is I think this might be the fastest variant actually. Yeah, you can use this with Tachyon devices as well. Where was I? Okay, I went so fast I sort of forgot where I was for a minute. Okay, as well, your damage. Come on. 21 a hit, and that can be increased. 23 a hit, and the high-speed punches. 32 damage a hit. High-speed lightning punches. You utilize your lightning when hitting, which I think does it give shock effect, or is it just... Oh, when crouching. Oh, okay. This is like... How much damage does that do? It said it was 32, but I suppose... I don't know what it does. I think it's... it increases your range. So, yeah, okay. Vibrational phasing allows you to vibrate for up to 30 seconds. And then, when moving at least 5% of your speed, crouch to phase yourself and anyone within a 2-block distance of you for up to 15 seconds. If I... Can I... Oh, God. Oh, God. Get me up here. Okay. Now... Okay, yeah. So obviously these aren't players, so they can't move, but you can just phase other players and things with this power for up to 15 seconds. Throw lightning as well. Does the damage on that would increased? No, so it was 12. Air leap. By moving at least 20% of your speed, you gain the ability to, yeah. So this is like the little run and jump, only it's better in every way imaginable. Then when we have the slipstream stasis field, by moving at least 70% of your speed, create a stasis field around yourself using the Speedforce energy for 10 seconds, significantly slowing down every entity around you by 10. It's just flash time. It's flash time. I'm not going to bother reading that out. It's flash time. You know what flash time is. It's flash time. You are flash time now. Ever wanted to flash time? Well, now you can. It's in a radius. FSang has stated many times previously that he doesn't like the general, time freeze thing in Minecraft because it just sort of feels a bit, naff, which I get. It does sort of feel a bit, I think it's a bit, too much. You also re-unlock your stat upgrades. I didn't realise this. I forgot, yeah. Right, enhanced durability is still free. So yeah, that is the God of Speed variant, the final variant. The Speedforce has gone through a lot of changes. Originally, there was only three variants. There was the regular Speedforce, which was the Speedforce avatar. There was the negative Speedforce, and there was the Tachyon Speedster, which was originally gotten through this. It was an entirely different power. And then, of course, then the Speedforce was changed so that you had the Speed variant and the Strength variant, but there was no God of Speed variant. There was the Kingdom Come variant. And now things from that are in God of Speed, a lot of stuff, but this is also an upgrade to the avatar. Anyway, this is just, yeah. So, did you enjoy this? What did you think? I'm going to move on to the outro now. So, see you in a sec. Righty. Well, that was my remade review of FSang18's Speedforce. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like and subscribe. The mod, as well as the map I'm using, will be linked in the description, as well as the wiki for FSang18's add-on. Feel free to leave a comment. Welcome back to people who are returning viewers. You know, obviously it's been a minute. If you want to say welcome back to me, because I've been gone for 2 weeks, feel free. I hope you have enjoyed this review. I hope it was informative for you, and have a lovely rest of the day, I suppose. Bye!